The show focused on delivering beneficial information on everything to do with products and services that can improve your life. This is Experts on Call on AM 650.
Welcome back to the program. Phil Moriarty is the owner of the BC Canine Training Center at the foot of number 3 Road in Richmond. Online, by the way, at bccanine.com, talking all things dogs. And we're joined on the line from Whistler by Sue Eckersley. Ms. Eckersley is the executive director of the World Ski and Snowboard Festival, coming up fast to Whistler Blackcomb, April 11th through 20th. And we'll talk Dog Fest, which forever and a day has been part of the big World Ski and Snowboard Festival. But Sue, I suppose I in fairness to our listeners, I should ask about accommodations for the World Ski and Snowboard Festival. You've described some of the activities and some of the people who are going to be there. How about rooms? Are you all booked up? What's the deal?
Well, it's certainly starting to fill up quickly. I mean, particularly the second weekend is over Easter weekend, so
okay.
There's even more reason to, come up and to visit. But the other great news is that there are still great accommodation deals, and the price points are actually really reasonable for families to attend on the second weekend and the first weekend as well. So it's time to book your trip to Whistler for sure. And they're great deals out there.
Yeah, so if you've let it go this long and you're still planning on making the World Ski and Snowboard Festival, perhaps you better get on that booking thing. Maybe today would be a good idea, right, Sue?
It would definitely be a good idea.
All right, now let's talk about Dog Fest. And you said you can't remember a time during the World Ski and Snowboard Festival's 19 years, Sue. You can't remember a time that Dog Fest wasn't part of it. And you went on to describe how dog crazy Whistler as a community is. And we know that part. You can't go to Whistler and not notice everybody's got a dog. So talk to us about what happens. This time it'll be Easter weekend during Dog Fest, Sue.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a couple of big staples to Dog Fest that happen every year, which is there's a big dog parade, and this year we're gonna put a new theme on it, which is a bit of dog shaming. So we're gonna add some fun quotes and some fun stories around what the dogs have been into the last year.
You've been on Facebook lately, haven't you? Some of those pictures, pictures and signs are absolutely falling down hilarious.
Yeah.
So you're going to do that in the parade? Good for you. That'll be fun.
Yeah, we thought it'd be good fun. And again, the parade is part of our fundraising. It's by donation to the Victoria Humane Society, and then also we have a bunch of contests that we execute, the dog look-alike contest where the owner and the dog dress up and become twins.
So where will the parade take place?
It'll be right down. Whistler has a big pedestrian village, so it'll be right through the center of village.
Oh, great. Okay.
Impossible to miss.
Right, and that's always been the strategy for Dog Fest. Just put it right front and center so people get to enjoy it simply by just walking by.
Absolutely. I mean, the parade will lead to where the Dog Fest will happen, which is at Town Plaza by the gazebo. So it's a nice big area, and then there'll be performers and dog trainers like Phil. I mean, they're really the hub of activity to see and join all the crowd around.
So Dog Fest is both Saturday, April 19th, and Sunday the 20th, Easter Sunday?
Actually, it's the 18th and 19th.
Oh, so it's Friday, Saturday of Easter weekend. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
All right, and Phil has already told us that you are going to be doing demonstrations on the Saturday at both 11 o'clock and then later at 1 o'clock.
Right.
What have you got planned during your portion of the program?
Well, I think we want to introduce the public to the protection work, and that these dogs that are trained for protection are really social animals and friendly, and they have to be well balanced. All of the dogs that are working right now have to be licensed by the Justice Institute of British Columbia, which is what we train the dogs for, so that they can get their certifications.
Right.
And part of that process is that the dog has to be able to be in any environment and feel comfortable. And he can lick you 1 minute and follow other commands, and then lick you again.
Right, right.
And so it'll be an interesting demonstration, I think.
Sue, as the veteran of these experiences over the years, what sort of crowds gather? And of course, Whistler is a 24/7, 12-month of the year operation now, and we just go full on regardless of the weather. But what sort of crowds do Dogfest draw as part of that bigger event?
It's incredible. If we had a bigger space, we would be able to fit it as well. I would say there's probably about 1,000 people that sort of gather for these demonstrations.
Okay.
And, it's big crowd, lots of fun, lots of families. I mean, how can you not be intrigued by dogs being dogs?
Mm-hmm. Especially when they're performance or put through their paces by professional trainers. That's usually quite a show.
It certainly is, and then we also have the amateur competitions of Best Trick and Naughty Dog and a bunch of other things. So there's lots of laughter, lots of family-friendly activities, and lots of performers like Phil and little fly ball usually, and it's just a fun afternoon.
Well, it certainly sounds like a fun event, and you were just talking, you were mentioning a few moments ago, you had a little chat with your team today about the fact that the deadline is coming up fast.
Absolutely, yeah. It's full on in here in Whistler, preparing for the event and trying to make it as fun for everyone as we can.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a blast, and Phil, you should see the smile here. He's pretty tuned up, Sue. He's looking forward to playing and being a part of this year's Dogfest.
But if you picture my smile, Sue, please understand that I do have all my teeth.
Well, we are absolutely honored to have Phil and his canines and the other performers perform on behalf of our charity and raising money. It's a great thing.
Well, what a nice charity to have this year too, the new Victoria Humane Society Center.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sue Eckersley, thank you so much for joining us. You're an awfully busy person, and it's very kind of you to take time out and join us here on Experts on Call on AM 650.
Thanks for inviting me to participate.
Oh, it's our pleasure entirely. And good luck with the World Ski and Snowboard Festival and Dogfest.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Sue.
There's Sue Eckersley, the executive director of the World Ski and Snowboard Festival. Again, the dates 11 through 20 of April, and Dogfest is Friday, April 18th and Saturday, April 19th in Whistler Town Center. Lots more ahead. We're going to continue with Phil Moriarty and talk all things dogs here on AM 650 after this quick timeout.
There's still more ahead with Experts on Call, the show focused on delivering relevant and beneficial consumer information. This is Experts on Call on AM 650.